Hello everyone and welcome on De Papier de Rêve channel. I'm Ursula and today I will be painting with you a little improvisation with yellow flowers. I'm talking about improvisation because even if I have a reference image for this painting, I'm taking quite some liberties with it, and at the end my painting is very different from the reference image. And if you want to see my reference image, please go check my blog post about this painting. You will find the link to the blog post underneath the video in the description box. And I'm talking a little bit more about this painting, and I'm also putting some details of my painting in the blog post, so it's quite an interesting complement to my video. You are able to see in this part that I have made some marks with pencil before I start with colors, but I haven't followed at all those marks because in this painting I'm really focused on what's on my paper and not what I want it to be. It's a bit confusing, I know, but I'm playing with a lot of random marks with my brush. Here you can see my marks are totally random, and I've let my brush making a lot of droplets of colors in my paper, and now I'm spraying water on my paper so that the colors are mixing and softly mixing, yes. So there is a lot of random facts here, and I prefer to follow what I'm seeing in construction rather than what I have in my head. In this painting I'm using a new color in my palette. It's the Nickel Azure Yellow. If you follow me for quite a while, you know that I have a Quinacridone Gold that I'm quite in love with, but the Quinacridone Gold I have isn't anymore available because the pigment is no more available. So the new Quinacridone Golds that are available now are a mix of different pigments and not a single pigment as it used to be. So in order to replace my Quinacridone Gold, I'm trying several gold or yellow color, and I think this Nickel Azure Yellow is quite a nice yellow, and it will stay for a long time in my palette because it's a very transparent yellow. It's really easy to soften. I can have a very soft color of yellow and almost gold, and it can be built to a very powerful yellow. And also because it's a pigment made with just one pigment, it will be perfect for mixing greens, because if there is more pigment in one color, it can make mixing a little bit difficult and a little bit dull. So in my painting I'm working with a triad. I'm using three colors: a yellow, a red and a blue. So my yellow is Nickel Azure Yellow, of course, and the red is Quinacridone Burnt Scarlet, and the blue is Phtalo turquoise. So it's like working with primary colors, but they are a little bit different, all of them, from primary colors, and they will give a really nice feeling to my painting. And I'm not mixing them together too much. I'm just placing them one against another because I think it's the best way I will enhance their colors. So as I have a lot of yellow and warm color in my painting, it's good to put a little bit of blue and cold color to make the yellow even warmer and even brighter. And as I want my yellow to be the main color of my painting, I'm very careful to not put too much of the blue and the red in the painting. And now let's talk about supplies. For the brushes, I've used an Escoda Aquario number 18, and the little one is a Raphaël Petit Gris 803 number 2. For the colors, I've used Phtalo turquoise, Quinacridone burnt scarlet, and of course nickel azure yellow, and a tiny little bit of Aussie red gold. And my paper is Canson Héritage in cold press. So I've let dry my first layer, and you are able to see that I've made a mistake. I forget to push the record button on my second layer, so here you are seeing me painting the third layer. I'm so very sorry. I was very focused on my painting and not so much on the video, so I forget. But it's okay, because what I'm doing right now in the third layer is quite the same that I've done in the second layer. So I'm trying to enhance some part of my first layer by putting colors on top of it or next to it, and blurring some parts and adding depth in some area. So basically I'm putting color in one place and I'm blurring some parts in order to have strong edges and very soft edges also. And I'm trying to put shapes that are quite natural, and I make them on top of one another to make them look like there is many flowers in here, so that it's looking very natural. And I'm looking quite a lot to what I see on my painting and not so much what is on my reference image, in order to play with what's already there in my painting, in the colors I've put in the layer before. And I'm making a really rounded shape because I think it's more natural that way, and it's a little bit more what I see in my reference picture. So even I've taken a lot of liberty with this reference picture, I'm keeping some shapes and colors to make my own painting. In the supply list, I've mentioned that I'm using also a tiny bit of Aussie red gold, which is also a new color in my palette. And it's just because when I'm mixing Quinacridone burnt scarlet and nickel azure yellow, I'm not getting a really strong and powerful orange. It's a tiny bit dull. So I prefer to add this new color to my painting in order to get a really more powerful color with this orange. And I have to work a little bit more with this Aussie red gold, because it's a very nice color, but it's very powerful, and I'm a little bit lost with those type of colors. So I need to test it a little bit more and see how I can play with it in future painting. This painting was very fun to make, especially because I'm playing with a lot of random brush strokes, and I'm building a very strong and powerful color. So it's nice, and it's very relaxing to know that I can take as many liberty as I want with my reference picture, and it will be still beautiful. So yes, it's a nice painting to make, and it's also a nice painting to see. So I'm very happy with it. And this video is now ending. Thanks for watching. I hope you like it. Please check the blog post for more information about it. I put a lot of details, photo details from my painting and so on. And please tell me what you think in the comments. See you soon.